one here between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Niners take over first down at their own 27-yard line.
Okay, right? Black shot. Ready?
Throwing first play is Lance. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Check right. Opposite. Green. Ultra. Ultra. Hut, hut.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Niners had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. And that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down at Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Lance to throw it. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. After the interception, here's Stafford. It's complete to Robinson. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this one too low. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, while those fastballs at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
I know a lot of coaches like to break their season into quarters. And how about the first 4 games for this guy? 3 touchdowns scored, really making his mark in the red zone here in the first month of the season.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Niners take over 1st down at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Let's go now.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Stafford.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory. First, Lance throws the interception, his third. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They run over center with Mitchell. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lance now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Austin McGinnis out for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Again, it's Lance. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 40-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Short little throw to Ebron. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They snap it to Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Throwing on first down is Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On first down, Lance. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. That's complete to Robinson. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here we go with Kamara. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back. Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before half for Lance. And now here's another interception. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They start the second half with Kamara. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Now it's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. To the air again, Stafford. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Throwing is Stafford. Touchdown! 4th touchdown pass in the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A short kick taken at the 18. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That'll be caught by Cup. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
look to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Running left, here's Mitchell. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. That's the gain of 20.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the... The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Play action, now it's Lance. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Okay, ready?
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Lance. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Right.
Desperation time here. Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now Lance again. And now here is another interception. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 15. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Stafford on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Again, it's Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Stafford. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. 59. Stafford. Going for the deep ball. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes. And the Rams are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. It's caught inside the 25. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the fourth quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this out to Kamara. Running right through him a second time. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Throwing here, Stafford. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And now here is another interception. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right.
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40, past the 20. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Lance going to try to throw for this. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A good pickup there. 26 yards. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but It's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars.